Chris, this smells amazing.
Brittany,
This is our 12 or 24 count of the Black Angus Filet Mignon tips. These are 4-ounce portions. Item M84363. We have the 12 count on 5 easy payments of $19.40. And we have the 24 count available today on 5 easy payments of $31.40, which is a $37 savings to double your order. It's a great deal today. This is on auto delivery every 90 days for up to a year. And this is the filet mignon. This is the Black Angus filet mignon that you know and love. We just had the TSV the other day of the filet mignon center cuts.
We did. That was so much fun.
This is the same piece. These are the tips. These we can have some fun with. So what do you have here? I'm definitely having one.
Yeah, this is something this is fun because this gets you eating filet mignon at a very, very affordable price. And everyone says, well, that doesn't look like filet mignon. You're like, how's that filet mignon? But I'm going to show you in a second why this is the same thing as those beautiful center cuts we just did. But just look how beautiful this is, right? Look how tender this is. I mean, Brittany, it just falls apart, It just pulls apart, falls apart, and it's absolutely beautiful. But I need to go to the board because I'm going to show you all the great and fun things that we can do with this because it's so versatile. Yes. But I want to show you why it's so special. So this is what a filet mignon looks like, right? This is a whole filet. This is where we get those beautiful roasts right here, Brittany, that we do during the holidays that we net.
Yep, love it.
Right, that's our beautiful roast. The center section right here is where we get our beautiful 5-ounce, beautiful
uniform
center cut fillets that we just did on the TSV, right? And that's where they come from. This is where we get our beautiful 2-ounce medallions.
Okay.
Right? And those we only get 2, right? But this is where we get the filet tips.
Right.
So when you look at this right here, it's a filet mignon. Look at the beautiful marbling in here. Look how gorgeous this is. This is Black Angus. It's coming from our farms out of the Midwest with our farmers that we've been dealing with for over 48 years. This is something that's extremely special. It's wet aged for 28 days. Now, not only is it Black Angus, which gives incredible marbling, we're also spending the time to age that for an additional 28 days, which is going to guarantee an extremely delicious, soft, buttery, melt in your mouth filet. So then what we do is we take this tail and we just cut into the tips, just like this. Right? Look at that. So this, again, it's the same exact piece of meat, Brittany, that we're doing.
That's why it's so good.
So
even though it's a little bit smaller, it has the same marbling, the same tenderness, the same butteriness. We can have some fun with it.
It's such a great value. And I love, this is one of our favorites at home, Brittany, because I can tell you, we use this on the grill. We use this, we skewer these. So when we have family coming over, everyone gets their own skewer. Everyone gets to have their own filet skewer, and I can cook them at different temperatures for everyone. Most of my family likes medium rare, so that's how we do it. But look how fast this cooks. I mean, it is just no time at all. It just cooks so fast. So you're going to be able to cook these in a saute pan literally in 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to put the, do we have our seasoning?
I do.
Yeah, I do. I have one here, I'm sorry. So we're going to put our seasoning on here, and this is going to come in the packet. This is our steak seasoning that has the garlic, the salt, pepper. You're just going to sprinkle with that, and literally in 2 or 3 minutes, you have dinner. And it's the reason I say it's so versatile, because you can do this. I think you told me about the recipe you did in the crock pot with the filet tips. Now, people say you're putting filet and making stew. Yeah, guess what? It's going to be the best actual stew that you ever had. Because when you go to eat it, it's going to be tender, and it's the flavor is going to be like nothing else. It's not going to be from a standard piece of meat that's not Black Angus. You're eating Black Angus filet mignon stew. I mean, and I remember, I didn't get invited that day, though.
That was a small batch.
It was a small batch.
It really was. Honestly, I don't think I made it for, a big amount. I think I just used a couple of these, and I put them in, and then traditional stew ingredients. And it was a snowy day, small family. I mean, a lot of times when you're making stew, I feel like you need to make a lot. You need to make that giant pot. I didn't do that. I just made exactly what I needed because everything was already individually portioned out for me. And the flavor, like you said, was incredible. But this is a lot of times I do like the steak and fries for the kids.
Yes.
Really easy steak frites. We have the steak sauce on the side if they want to do a little dipping. My son, not so much. He's more of a plain guy like my husband. My daughter will have a little dipping sauce, and I'll just do like a fry basket. And just like this. And we have a really fast dinner again.
Yeah.
One that I feel good about. I'll be honest, when you are cooking for your family, there's nothing worse than putting something in front of them, to me, than not feeling good about what I'm feeding them.
Yeah, and when you're dealing with Black Angus, Brittany, I mean, you're talking about the king of steaks, as we talked about on the TSV, and it's just something that's extremely special. And a lot of people are nervous about cooking filet. So a lot of people, when they get that 5-ounce filet at home, they're like, oh my goodness, I had this steak, it was so expensive.
Sure.
You know, and they're nervous about cooking it. This is something that you don't have to be nervous about cooking. This is something that's going to cook literally like we just did in 2 or 3 minutes in the pan. You know, and it really is that fast and that easy. I'm going to throw these on here, Britt, just to show you, like,
Show you how fast they cook.
I mean, these are the ones that I just cut fresh, right? We're going to throw them on here. But it's something that you can do, and it doesn't matter if you like them medium, rare, medium, or medium well. These are going to be tender. These are going to eat so nice and so delicious. Because look at this. I mean, it's filet mignon. That's a little steak right there. I mean, that is a little steak.
So Chris, are you following the same rules cooking these or prepping these as everything else? We're going to take it from individual packaging, bowl of cold water, about 30 minutes, take it out, season it, and then from there, whatever our preferred cooking method is. So we can do the saute pan, we can have the oven. Obviously, the grill is always a great option, but using this as a base in stews or stir fries, or just making some French fries on the side. Sometimes I don't feel like making the whole steak with the kids.
Right.
And I'll just make 2 packets of these for them myself, especially when Ray travels. And I still need to cook for all of us, but not as much because my husband's not there. This is a great option. Still eat something that's delicious.
And again, this is just such a treat, Brittany, because this is, again, it's vacuum sealed to lock in all the freshness, right? It's going to keep out all the bacteria. It's going to last in your freezer for absolutely 12 months. But I love it because, just like you said, you take this out, you let it thaw overnight, right? And then if you thaw it overnight, it'll be ready for you in the morning. Or again, cold water, like we talked about in the bowl, for about 20 to 30 minutes. But it cooks so fast. I mean, you can literally, you're going to have to prepare your sides and your rice or your mashed potatoes, your gravy. You're going to have to do that first.
Yeah, definitely.
Because this is just going to go in a bowl. And what I recommend is a little bit of olive oil and then just saute it, right? I love, like I said, skewering them. I always soak my skewers in water first, right, for about an hour. So when I skewer these and I put them on the grill, the skewers don't burn. The water keeps the skewers from burning. If you ever had burning skewers, that's the worst. But this is unbelievable on the grill. You can brush barbecue sauce on it. You can brush sesame marinade on it, like a teriyaki on it. It's just so versatile and so easy.
Absolutely.
It really is.
So if you're picking up the 24 count today, know that that is a $37 savings today. So we have the 24 count at 5 easy payments of $31.50. And then we have the 12 count also available on 5 easy payments of $19.40. So just keep that $37 savings in mind if you opt for the 24 count with the 12 4-ounce Black Angus Filet Mignon tips.